Hey guys, Pete Williams here, and in this video I've got a really cool special guest. I'm here with Rich Schefren, working with his team on a whole bunch of ways to get more efficient and effective in doing things, and we're actually showing and teaching his students and his clients through a live stream. So part of this is actually to demonstrate what we're doing. So that's the context for this video. But the actual core element of the video is a question from one of the viewers. And that question is, how do you create high value pre-sale content? So let's discuss that, Rich, and sort of walk people through the process to create high value pre-sale content.
Okay, so first and foremost, in order to create high value content, whether it's to pre-sell something, sell something, or just in general, you have to be clear about what is the problem that this content is solving, right? If you can't clearly identify what the problem is that's being solved, then therefore whoever is watching the video can't know whether this really relates to me.
Yep.
So first and foremost, what are the problems that the product or the content will solve for people? And the best way to kind of think about that, or at least one way for the people in the US, is think about like the beginning of any 30 or 60-second infomercial. At the very beginning, what they're talking about is the problem. Like, do you have stains that you can't get out? Do you have a spill on your carpet that will stain and ruin the carpet? Do you have bad back because you are weeding your garden? Whatever it is, but it starts with the problem. So first and foremost, it's about the problem.
Yep. And then from there, you need to actually talk about the implications of the problem. So if you have a problem, what is that causing? What are the pain that problem is causing you? Stains on your carpet, embarrassment when the family and friends come over, things like that. So you really want to reiterate the implications and the experiences people are having because of that problem.
Right, so you could be embarrassed when people come over. You might be embarrassed to the point where you don't even invite people over, and now people think you're antisocial, right? They could think that you don't have the income that you make, or that you aren't as you're more careless than you really are, that you're sloppy, that, you know, whatever the issue is, what you're doing is you're connecting the dots for people about the problem and how that actually impacts their life. What are the consequences of having that problem?
Absolutely. And then the next step in creating high value pre-sale content is actually understanding and communicating, how do you know this is your problem?
Right, and so what we're looking for there are specifics. We're looking for, if you feel this, or if you've done that, or if you have this, or if you've ever considered why, then this is for you. So we're calling out now. Like we talked about the problem, we talked about the implications, and now we're asking people to kind of like nod their head, like, is this your problem, right?
Identify themselves,
exactly.
Self-select, this is me, I'm feeling this.
Right, so we're looking for things that will get people's head to nod, right? Where they're really basically saying, yes, this is my problem. So if we're talking about being an opportunity seeker for a second, right? Since that's an area that I'm really familiar with, it would be like, do you buy products and not finish going through them? Do you hop from product to product and idea to idea without ever taking any of those to completion and actually getting the payday that you want? Do you evaluate products based on how much they're going to make you versus whether they're in alignment with what you really want? So those are just three examples when we're talking about the problem of being an opportunity seeker, where I'm like kind of giving dimension and getting people to understand whether it's their problem or not.
Beautiful. So once you've actually done that, you need to start informing about the new solution. You need to actually start communicating to the viewer of this pre-sale content that there's going to be a new solution for them. And we need to talk about that and show them there is a solution to the problem. There is going to be a better way. There is a new way of doing things and fixing the problem.
Right, and I think the important thing that you mentioned there is that there's a new solution, right? That there's a new way of solving this problem. There's a new way of getting the outcome without experiencing the implications or the problem. And when you consider it that way, when you think through how you're basically alerting a group of people who have a problem, that are experiencing these implications, that there's a new, better way to get the problem resolved, make the implications go away, and the outcome that's desired easily accessed. Now you've definitely got people's attention, and you've created content that is really, people are eager to get through and eager to really learn and comprehend and fully, digest and potentially share with others.
Beautiful. So once you've painted that picture of a better day and a better tomorrow, you actually give them step-by-step information of how to actually solve that problem.
Well, you might. you know, if the content is your own content, then you would probably show people how to solve the problem. But if the content is to sell somebody else's product,
affiliate offer,
yeah, then you would start talking about this product, right? And why this product is actually going to solve the problem, right? So you've informed them of this new solution, right? And now you're transitioning into the product that uses that new solution, or the steps that new solution entails based on whether it's your own product, whether it's the product of someone else's.
Beautiful. And then the last step in that process is then just to reinforce what life will be like once they buy this new solution and the problem's gone.
And why is that important?
I think it's important because that way they get to feel and internalize what the solution is going to be, and they actually can start feeling what's going to happen. They can see the future, they can future pace it, they can see it in their next day, next month, next year, and then from there there's just an easier step to purchase because they can see the benefit.
And that's the point I was hoping you would make, is that once someone visualizes what life would be like without the problem, and they really see themselves not having that problem anymore and how much better life would be, it gets a lot easier to compel them or motivate them to take action. And that's what ultimately, at the end of the day, is what you want when you're creating pre-sale content.
Beautiful. Well, Rich, thank you so much for sharing your time and your advice on this video. If you want more great videos, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and look at the blog and all the other places you can get content from myself and special guests like Rich.